LawLiet bottom left-hand side. Whenever the big tournaments arose, like DreamHack, Raraland, he was there in shape. He always said he's just a tourist, and then he played his best Warcraft. Prior to this tournament, he had no faith in his skills at all, but hard work pays off, brought it back, and now maybe it's one of these tourist runs once again. And Fortitude, man, he has played this matchup already in the group stage versus Moon, and on map 1 he looked so damn good. And then he was qualified as #1 for the playoffs, and you know, didn't play at 100%. He was having a good old time, lots of laughter, a little bit of trolling in his games, and then eventually lost the series. But regardless, he looked pretty damn good to me there.
All right. We of course know in this matchup which hero to expect for the human. It is the Archmage. But for the Knight of nowadays, we have to wonder, Keeper or Demon, or sometimes even Warden. And this time, it is a Keeper of the Grove. That means LawLiet is going to be quite strong in the early game. It means the tower pushes early, or pushes in general, should be a lot weaker. It also means that setting up an expansion is going to be tough for Fortitude. He's going for the lab creep first for a quick level 2. And that normally points towards no expansion, but not necessarily.
Fortitude on this map has been tower pushing for a year and a bit. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this happen again. And a Keeper is pretty good against that. He has Entangle against workers for hero focus, or to just slaughter a bunch of footmen. And of course, Treants are universally good if you have a low number of Dispel. Dispel we've seen there as well on the Water Elemental, and that's a little jumpstart for the Keeper of the Grove.
Yeah, these experience points are very, very valuable. If Fortitude plays like he did before, he's going to move south now, creep something else, use Militia after, and keep creeping to get level 3 to follow up with that push. But no, he's actually falling back, moving north again, not heading towards LawLiet's main base, and that means we might still see an expansion.
Okay, that would be incredibly late. But yeah, Fortitude's timings are always something else. I wouldn't be incredibly surprised, and it wouldn't probably cost him the game if he holds on to that expansion, because this is maybe something LawLiet didn't expect.
Yeah, LawLiet was looking at the green, seeing if 40's there, trying to figure out if a push is coming, but it wasn't coming, at least not yet. Maybe now it is. Archmage running south, with the tech having started, and we're expecting Militia to get him to level 3 here soon. Would be important for LawLiet to get this creep before the attack comes in.
Okay, what's the Archmage doing? He did click the tech, it is rifles, and Null Overseer goes down. Talisman, not great, but alright. How hard does this harass hit now?
Level 2 Watch Elements are definitely a bit scary. First Archer sees what's going on. The Wisps are threatened right away. It's a lot of footmen. It is 6 of them. Level 2 Entangle, super good at taking them out. But the Keeper hasn't managed level 3 yet. Getting a footy kill, getting a Watch Elemental kill, and getting level 3 here would be big. 40 has to pay close attention.
Usually he does. There's an Entangle on the Water Elemental again. At least a deny is necessary. Probably got it off.
Yeah, got the deny. Keeper still 2.7 like he was before. Footy's in the main base. And this is definitely tough to manage. Lots of multitasking here needed by LawLiet. Lots of fires that he has to pull out at the same time.
Strong push by 40 so far. First the deny, then the Moonwell goes down. More pressure here. Archer fella as well. LawLiet seems a bit overwhelmed.
All cancelled as well, and that's a late cancel. Wisp coming in with a detonate. One battle eliminated, but this is too many losses for LawLiet. This is painful.
And this is not even with defend, and another deny by Fortitude. The man is on fire. Archers continue to suffer. What an exploit at this time of the game. This is also a lot of moon juice, and every single bit of moon juice that you invest into units is not an entangle.
Yeah, wonder if LawLiet shouldn't have gone for a second hero earlier. When under this pressure, getting a Naga in is going to be a big help, but the second hero was delayed for a long time. And so was the Hunter's Hall. So now, lowers out of the equation, maybe? LawLiet not in a comfortable position here at all.
This is so stressful. 1,000 gold though. bit of a macro mistake by 40, as you said. Time to level up and somehow bring this game back. Beastmaster! More pushes!
Alright, we're doubling down. Keep pushing into the main base. He knows that the lures and dryads would be very, very late. And we know that, in fact, there is no dryads, which makes these summon heroes real damn good.
Oh my god. Yeah, LawLiet oftentimes has this backup play with Keeper, Naga, Mass Archers, tier 3 with orbs. But I'm not sure if he can reach that, if he's under so much pressure. There's almost only piercing damage alongside that Entangle. And now with Defend, that piercing damage is minimal.
It's a rough start. Very rough start for LawLiet. Fortitude here looking in a great spot. Once he gets a decently sized army with rifles, he might just be able to follow up with a push with towers and close this one out. LawLiet still having difficulty dealing with this human push.
And this is without rifles, without priests. An incredible performance by Fortitude, man. He's really feeling it the past couple of weeks, and it shows. Slowly but steady, LawLiet can stabilize a little, but what about this Naga? Remo, what about this Naga?
She's dead. The next bear is going to be ready pretty soon. Oh, with a wisp block, actually takes out the Beastmaster. That was a nice touch. But LawLiet's losing way too much. Way too much.
Yeah, and how do you salvage this? Water and fire raining down on the Keeper. A little lucky that this Water Elemental expires, but that's a TP or dead Keeper. And if Archmage is coming back, Archmage surround! 4 units surround! Oh my god, what a save. This could have easily cost the Keeper and the game. Oh, can't close it though. Stressful. Archmage arrow escapes. The Keeper being chased by 2 footmen kills them both. We have a riot in the base. Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Archmage used the Invis potion, but it got dispelled by the creeps. He tried to kill the Keeper Invis, but he has...
Oh no. Oh no. Gets the Keeper now. And LawLiet's face says it all. Or does it? He can't reach again. The boots, Remo, the boots.
And LawLiet has to call it. This was a super simple game, really straightforward. Just go for a bit of creeping early, use the militia, get to level 3 and push into the main base. These are the games that 40 really enjoys. Very down the middle, nothing crazy, nothing super creative, nothing super necessary in terms of improvisation, and this is where he thrives. Fortitude wants to keep these games as simple as possible, and LawLiet here losing the first map. But map 2, Terrana Stand, things get a lot more complicated.
100%. You say nothing crazy. I think this was a pretty crazy opener to this series with so much pressure, so much fighting. Fortitude overwhelms, 2 steps away from having a perfectly distributed winner bracket semifinal. But LawLiet, there's definitely room for improvement.
And perhaps next we're going to see his signature hero. We've seen before how also the Demon Hunter can be very good on Terrana Stand, but it's an exceptional Warden map as well. The one thing that concerns me with Warden on Terranas is that the MK fast expansion playstyle is normally also really good against the Warden strat if you pull off the MK very well. So for that reason, maybe LawLiet is going to fancy more a Demon, but of course we would all love to see the master of the Warden at work.
Wouldn't blame him to go for a Demon Hunter though after the creep routes we've seen in the past 10 days on this map. Fortitude, he loved to play some tanks, and there is definitely a potential to play tanks on Terrana Stand if you get this expo up, but that is a bit tricky when your opponent is a burning Demon Hunter.
Alright, let's see what we get in the end. We are ready on Terrana Stand. LawLiet in the bottom right, 40 in the top left. Terrana Stand has seen a bit of a resurgence in this tournament. Still very unique, still quite interesting. And one of the most defensively minded maps ever created. It's super good for fast expanding. It has mercenaries and shop nearby. It has a great defensive setup. And for that reason, we should certainly expect plenty of expansion play here.
I'd love that. This was also how LawLiet played it versus Orc. If I look at the player camera though, LawLiet looks a little bit deflated already. A lot of mouth movement there. Doesn't seem too excited about how this series went thus far. And he's opening up Merc Camp. That's not normal anymore.
And he's opening up Demon Hunter. No Warden here. We might perhaps see her on Echo Isles, although there you could also make the argument that the Demon is better. The Warden apparently not so much part of the meta nowadays. But the Demon, with levels, with mana burn, always a good counter to the MK, of course.
An MK it is. Could be burned, but with exceptional Mountain King control, you can keep him in the back, throw the hammers, get the kills anyway, before getting burned. This is a jump start for LawLiet towards level 2 with a big consumable, and Yayut with an 82-month resub. Look at that, arriving home from vacation, it's 40 versus LawLiet. What a day to be alive. Exactly. And a dual cast. How can this day be any better?
Perfect timing. And make sure also to tune in the following days, because all the way through the week, we're gonna have this tournament. Oh, Shadow Priest stolen. That's a bit annoying for LawLiet. The pressure's on right away. Last hit steals here would be huge.
Mountain King is also going for his mercenary camp. That was to be expected. Immolation is necessary. Wisp detonated. That means no repair currently. Footy and peasant attack. So nasty. Can he get the last hit? 40. Doesn't seem like it thus far. Ooh, this could have been way worse for LawLiet.
Dude, that is sick items for the Demon Hunter.
Yep.
Heal potion to heal up, and maybe even use the cloak to dodge storm bolts and get out of surrounds.
Yep.
But he took a lot of damage on the demon. But I guess with the heal potion, he doesn't mind so much. LawLiet could be very aggressive and disruptive against a possible expansion.
Creeping in the middle now. Fortitude and his matchup versus Night Elf has a long tradition in Gold Series, and this being the spiritual successor. I'm happy to see him in this matchup. Usually have been fireworks with Mountain King, even a lot of Dragon Hawks in the mix, which was then countered by Tinker Rockets back in the day. Very, very fond memories of that back in the day, of course. It was Foggy playing, not LawLiet. Tech is up, and Fortitude didn't go for it just yet. He calls the boys, or the people, and is going for that second base.
Demon could put himself invis next to the creep and steal the item. Oh, but he's a bit too late, maybe.
Might still not expect this. Waiting for the... Is there a Stormbolt against the creeps? There's the burn and immolation. Oh, fragile though! LawLiet getting caught immediately. That's the potion. Gone right now. Do we have more burns? Do we have more immolation? Stressful moments, mano a mano with these heroes. Militia are cleaning the camp, but this is also a lot more damage taken than expected. Demon Hunter out of mana. How ironic! Bash! Stormbolt! Observer to the left, to the left, to the left! Demon Hunter falls! What a disaster for LawLiet again.
And I think that must have been another bash. The Stormbolt was only level 1. I think that must have been another bash there, sealing the deal. And the demon going down, man, that hurts. But he is back from the tavern. Expensive, yes, but fight ready again. And MK took damage. Peasants took damage. Peasants died. Maybe it's a bit better for LawLiet than it is looking at first glance, because this was also painful for 40.
4 peasants and the Shadow Priest. Alright. But this needs some mental strength now for LawLiet. Both early games, quite bad. Creep route though, pretty fantastic. The Hunter's Hall is late over all this chaos that ensued at Fortitude's expansion, but maybe he can make up for it with some Zeppelin plays and drops.
Demon are gonna get level 3 here after this camp. That works out. He can heal up from the wells. And that level 2 mana burn is gonna be very helpful indeed. MK now moving south, looking for targets. Big kills here could go a long way.
Is the big invo potion is gone on the Mountain King, by the way. Might have used it. Oh, Shredder. You cannot afford to lose these units here, LawLiet. Berserker under fire immediately. Can you evacuate this Shredder with the Demon Hunter back? Looks like it. Trying to get the Berserker on the other side now. No Stormbolt to be worried about.
But he's not fast enough to catch him. A bash could kill the Shredder, by the way. Why has to pressure the MK? Why is he not going for the MK?
Oh, Shredder is getting bashed indeed, but also repaired. and the Naga control is right there. Shredder push. I fail to see any lures, which worries me a little. Is this an all-in? No, there's the lure.
And the Naga second, by the way. This would make the ultra late game against Mass Air terrible.
Oh.
LawLiet, I don't think he can afford to go super late game. Can't afford to go 2-base. I think is he all in with his Naga? Perhaps he is.
It looks a little bit like it. Piercing damage onto the tower prevents the arcane. Demon Hunter so close, has to turn around now. Can the Shredder help maybe? The Shredder is decimating the workforce. But how to heal up this DH?
He could buy a staff. There's a shop right around the corner. But he's not doing it yet. Shredder now onto the peasants. That's of course huge damage. MK low, Demon low. Both in a precarious situation here.
Man, the shopkeeper is not serving the Demon Hunter. How unfair. Archer trying to block, being revealed. This is a sweet invisible Archer wall now.
Oh.
Demon Hunter might still work. Cloak is ready and the Shredder pummels these peasants. Multi-kill Quake style.
It's gonna be daytime. LawLiet may have to TP out with daytime. Bash is coming in. More archers might be falling. Dude, but the Shredder is still being a Chad.
Absolutely is. Is the Demon Hunter Chad as well? No mana potions for Fortitude, of course, as he's still tier 1 for the time being. Naga in trouble. Might fall, might be controlled. Militia called. Mountain King. Shredder, can he reach? No, no crowd control anymore for LawLiet. That makes the Mountain King escape thanks to the boots.
Here's the mud golem. That's some slow.
Oh, on the other side though, TP last second. Gets Muddy dead. Oh no, the Naga just falls. Is it me or are these 50-50 situations always going Fortitude's way?
The Naga's gonna be back though before too long. The demon is healing, but the MK got an important level 4. But LawLiet, he has to keep pushing. He has to keep going. Yeah. There's no tier 3. There's no counter expansion. Time is swiftly running out. Maybe he can go for some new mercenaries. But yeah, LawLiet, if he can't close this one out soon, it's gonna be over.
B2W Muddy in the chat, indeed, guys. Yeah, I think the laboratory is the new mercenary cap. Zeppelin, Shredder, away we go. This engine of war won't do much. Fortitude has to stabilize still a little bit. With clarity potions, that's a good way. Level 4 MK2. And he is kind of expecting that Zeppelin already. Or maybe not. There was a Shadow Priest. That one's gone. Mana burn. Nicely done. Dodges with the Zeppelin attack. And it's only an arcane. That doesn't do much against Shredders.
It's also only one mana burn. Dude, but the Stormbolt dodges!
Oh.
That's the second one in a row!
Gorgeous.
MK Stormbolt's doing nothing.
Gorgeous. The bashes do, of course. LawLiet's inventory. It's only a heal potion. This has to work.
Militia coming in from the main base. The immolation's going to be scary against them as well. A lot of damage being pumped out by this demon. 6,000 counting. Now level 4.
Bash.
Heal potion.
He does, but look at the Zeppelin micro. This was saved for the big stage. The Mountain King is surrounded. LawLiet showing exceptional micro skills. The Shredder might fall, but he did his job. No TP on the Mountain King. Blocks himself a little bit. Shredder not saved, but he gets that MK, and that's a huge XP jump. Fortitude taps out. And LawLiet, against all odds, takes map number 2, decisive victory.
Another nail-biter game right here. This one was super close. With 1 or 2 towers, with a few more footies, maybe 40 can hold, stabilize, and win. But LawLiet makes the all-in work with the Demoner, with level 2 immolation, and some 6 Stormbolt dodges, dude. That was beautiful. And that was a very important map win. Giving the 2-0 lead to 40 would have been very dangerous. Now we're nicely even up at 1-1. And we're going to 40's map pick next. It's going to be Echo Isles.
Okay. More expansions. More mercs. This time, no Shredder, no Zeppelin, though. Might be the favorite weapon of LawLiet in the series so far. Very glad to see we have tied this up and we get more maps here. Fortitude on Echo Isles. Is it the classic expansion play? Or is this Madman throwing a curveball again and going for a classic Chinese tower push, maybe.
Yeah, also hero choices here, up in the air. MK possible, Archmage possible, even Keeper and Warden and Demon Hunter possible. There's going to be mind games coming into play. Keeper would be the very safe choice to be ready against early pushes, but the Demon Hunter immolation creeping also on this map is hard to say no to.
Wouldn't mind these guys to take a little break, because man, that was so stressful. And that gives us the time to do a prediction for you. Who wins game 3? Who claims match points? Is it Fortitude? Is it LawLiet? What are you guys saying in chat? We have the prediction up. And almost the game as well. High tempo, lots of stress. Very different from what we usually see in this matchup. It pretty much comes down to better execution so far.
Yeah, so far LawLiet didn't look too interested in counter-expanding, but on Echo Isles, perhaps you have to. It's a great map for expanding, indeed. And if you get off to a good start, this could still become a very long game in the end. You know, we had 5 maps earlier in the first series, but it wasn't really a long series. We had lots of short games, and that continued at least so far here in this one. But on the following maps, that might still change.
Still trying to connect here. LawLiet and 40. We haven't had the deep tournament runs for any of them, really, in the past couple of weeks and months. It was the Sox, it was the Moons, Kaho, of course. Might be the underdogs, whoever advances here into the winner bracket semifinal, but they bring us a lot of joy here in TP League.
Yeah, LawLiet's been out of the top 10 ELO standings for a little while now, but that can quickly change if this is going to be a successful tournament run for him. Making it into the upper bracket semifinal would be a first step. And now we're going to find out who's going to come closer on map 3, Echo Isles, who is to take the match point.
Whew. So many decisions to be made here. We have Fortitude on the upper left-hand side. We have LawLiet on the right-hand side. And he exposes his base quite a bit already. That's an engine of war creep towards the mercenary camp, as expected.
And that most likely should mean Demon Hunter. I think it was a couple of days ago, right, where we even saw a Keeper Mercamp creep, which is very unusual, though. I guess it is more on the safe side if you get pushed. But like we've seen plenty of times before, the immolation creeping can also be hugely beneficial, especially on this map, for getting a fast level 3. And the fast level 3 will, of course, be very important.
Hero choices now. Oh, wow. There
Nice.
she
Nice.
is. Long have we waited. Warden activated.
Third map, third different hero. And of course, the Warden has always been playable and pretty good on this map. Terrana Stand, Echo Isles, and Twisted Meadows. Those are normally her best maps. And now we shall see her here. And seeing the Archmage as the choice, I'm not sure if Fortitude was expecting her. Normally against Warden, you would prefer to have MK. And against Demon, you would prefer to have Archmage. So, the first roll of the dice, perhaps in LawLiet's favor.
Yeah, that's the secret weapon that pretty much only LawLiet plays in this matchup. We see the Warden sometimes against Undead on Twisted, of course. But here she has definitely fallen out of favor because no one can play her like LawLiet does. Archmage can be pummeled by Shadow Strike. Fortitude claims the Shadow Priest. Little win for the Chinese.
And maybe a mistake by LawLiet to not have the supply open and the resources available. But if he plays a clean creep here, it's still fine. Force the Shadow Priest away. Almost the last assist from the Peasant. That would have been sick. But the footy pulls in the green camp, makes things difficult.
Very difficult, but Ring of Regen on the Warden. This item alone has won many, many games. Thinking back to, of course, Nostalgia Battlefield, Joshi Shi versus WFZ. Who cannot remember this epic match?
Yeah, especially for creeping, I think also this is great. The Warden can tank smaller camps now pretty easily, something normally in other games she has great difficulty with. And what is Fortitude doing? Creeping in the middle, at the green, got level 2, and still can't decide to tech or not. But looking at the resources, it is looking like a tech indeed. Or, wait, is it? Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. I guess not. Going south to the expansion.
Okay then. Buying LawLiet a little bit of time. He had to rebuild some wisps since he lost them at the mercenary camp. 1.9 only. Is it Fan of Knives or is it Blink? This decision has to be made. Wisp getting sniped pretty much immediately. This Merc camp is not done yet. This is level 2 guaranteed. Can he snipe the Magi? No, he can't. Water Elemental though, and that is level 2. Is it Fan or is it Strike? Blink.
It's also nighttime. He could just hide here in the shadows if he wants.
Oh, maybe not thinking about it. Moving forward. That's a kill on the Shadow Priest. Pretty much straightforward. Not the great deny by Fortitude that we've seen earlier. And Shadow Strike and right clicks, man. That is brutal.
Auto equipping in the meantime, very nicely done. And now mercenaries have been added as well. A needs to get to the shop, needs to buy a dust, the warden here in the shadows, forcing an expansion build in a weird position.
Yes, I love it. Warden can of course still roam around. Whenever she's hiding, she regens from the ring. And then she can tank a little more. Tier 2 on the way for LawLiet as well. Gotta be a little careful, getting greedy. But can of course hide at all times. Animation cancel. There's the deny that I was hoping and waiting for.
The Ring of Regen is so good.
It
AM was
is
hoping to
so
find the
good.
creep jack, but LawLiet didn't start the camp yet. And this early game definitely goes in LawLiet's favor. But Fortitude will have the expansion up sooner or later. But it wasn't as smooth sailing as he was hoping.
Warden also not level 3 just yet. Okay move by Fortitude trying to steal this away, but there's a Shadow Strike. This should be impossible. And of course the Warden can still hide at all times. All times, I say! Ooh, LawLiet again, angry at himself. Now she hides. That's level 3.
And there is still no dust, by the way. He was at the shop earlier, but didn't get the dust. The Warden here is truly safe. Level 2 Shadow Strike is good damage, but the Warden also needs to heal very badly. I wonder if there's going to be enough moon juice.
This is expensive with the mana being depleted. Also, mercenaries getting caught by footmen. Great timing for Fortitude. Was there a little early? Ancient of War might have slapped one of the creeps here. A very back and forth early.
Oh, I healed from the Moonwell, but only from one, not from a second. Now he's still on full HP and half mana only. There's a few mistakes here that are looking a bit fumbly-bumbly by LawLiet. He wanted to walk out with full mana and have a lot of kill threat, but look at that. Yeah, Observer shows it. There's so many Moonwells, Warden didn't fully heal. It's honestly a pretty big mistake for the early game.
It feels like some controls are getting lost along the way. Not precise enough just yet. Arcane Tower is up. There's no Fan of Knives. It's Blink, so we can only decimate this force one by one. Lures are coming. Counter expansion is coming. No tier 3 just yet, though.
AM gets to level 3 now. Does he have a timing to get the kill on the tree? Probably not. Oh, he does have a tele staff, though. So he is scouting.
Ooh, is that enough? We saw it now. Double Rax rifle, by the way, by 40. Shadow Strike gets a kill, but no experience. But also no staff. This expo should be safe. Still a long way, though, as you have to creep it and walk over. That is some time for 40 to stabilize at 700 gold. Low lumber, though.
Speaking of lumber, I think LawLiet manages lumber really well. I like the early Nature's Blessing to move the tree over faster, and he still has plenty of lumber left over to start the tier 3, which I guess should be right after. Dryads are coming, Abolish is coming, but what's also coming soon is the push by 40. This is what I mentioned earlier. This is normally the way 40 plays most of his games. Quite predictable. Expand, go mass tier 2, push with 70, get the scrolls. LawLiet knows what's coming, but if he defends, he wins.
Mauler. Almost stolen. Heal scroll on Fortitude, that's important. He has to spend his gold somehow. LawLiet will of course love that level 4 inventory. Pretty empty, and the tech has been started. Bears, Mountain Giants, that's the counter. But it's a long way.
When exactly is 40 going to be ready? That's a big question, certainly.
Yeah, so
LawLiet
far.
gets a heal scroll. I mean, I guess the invuln. We would also love to have a heal scroll, but I think it's still on cooldown at the moment. This shop for the scrolls is going to be very crucial.
I think the overlay would show if it's on cooldown, so it's just resources.
Not sure. I think the first one becomes available at 7:20, and then it's 2 minutes to the second one, but I'm not 100% certain on that either. What seems to be certain here is that's going to be a Warden solo. No Panda second, no support, and this means that if the Warden gets level 6, there's no way to beat her on tier 2 only.
Yeah,
Fortitude will have to make this push work sooner rather than later.
he spent a lot of his gold. He's about to get into upkeep. Mountain King second with this push. This is interesting, but okay. Takes a little bit of tempo out. Will not have the greatest counter. Stormbolt, yes, of course, but we saw LawLiet dodging the bolts with the Zeppelin. He can definitely do that with Blink as well. And it's only
Telly staff in, tries to get rid of the AP. Oh, but the Wisp there, instantly ready for the detonate.
Wow.
That was so important.
Well prepared. He saw this play coming. Might have to move some additional Wisps over, as they were certainly there for the big push to come. Is that push even so scary? We have a retrain to Fan of Knives. No more Shadow Strike. So good AoE damage.
Abolish Magic is ready. Bam Master Training is coming. Another AP being set up, I guess in the main base this time. 40 may head north. Looks like that's what he's doing. But this is already being delayed quite a bit, this push.
Exactly.
I like LawLiet's spot here.
And 40 doesn't have Dispel on the Priests. No Adept training. That means Riju can keep this Warden alive for ages.
No shop in the main base, but AP about to finish. Like the base setup here. Hunter's Hall in front to block. You don't really need that so much at the moment when it comes to decisive pushes like this. And 2 bears coming at a time. LawLiet still patient, not rushing things.
Hunter's Hall, not that necessary as other buildings. March of the Ends. Shop at the bottom. We're whittling away with the Fan of Knives. There's 2 heal scrolls though. Towers coming up. This is do or die. It took a long time for 40 to decide where to set this up, but here it is now. But so is tier 3. Double shop for LawLiet actually.
AP making room, eating the trees, rooting behind. That's pretty cute.
Yep. Lots of
the
things
towers
done.
are done. Things get also more complicated for LawLiet.
Attack upgrade coming for Fortitude. Trying to pressure LawLiet into submission. Here we go, being punished for that blink in and Fan of Knives. That's no heal scroll done yet. The target limit for Fan of Knives is really, really low. Bears have to be moved to the south. There's still no Dispel, but Breakers are coming in to steal Riju.
Warden in the Arcane taking lots of damage. Invo Potion now used. MK in the back also very hurt. The Knight of Army had Roar for a long time for lots of damage. 1 more kill, that's level 5. Fan of Knives though, not quite ready.
Oh, wow.
Staffing, or blinking rather, back home. 1 bear goes down, but now it's nighttime. And now we have a lot of regen on this.
That's a big thing, of course, having nighttime here. Usually the push hits a lot harder. You saw Fortitude probing a little bit at the expansion, but it's too well fortified. That took half of the daytime to reposition and get this up. And there was time for shops, for clarities, for anti-magic. I love that. Creeps are getting involved too. AP and Engine of War in a fantastic spot. Fortitude needs some sort of play now. He already transitioned into double Sanctum and abandons the push.
Yeah, 40's in a really, really tough pickle here. If he keeps fighting and keeps feeding the Warden level 6, he loses. If he falls back, he opens up his economy, loses more and more peasants, the Warden gets level 6, he loses. Finding the win condition here for 40 is not easy at all.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. If there's so many opportunities where he loses, Remo, play a little bit Doctor Strange and tell me when he wins.
I guess build a big army, get some more scrolls, overpower with huge supply, and win the game before the Warden hits that ultimate. But LawLiet wisely moving out. Stealing scrolls here would be absolutely huge, but they might be on cooldown.
Wow, what a pathetic overlay that doesn't even display the cooldown of heal scrolls. Can you believe it?
Yeah, 40 got it actually. Got on the Archmage. That's big. Maybe LawLiet didn't have faster fingers there. Oh, he stole the dust. That's cute.
Yep.
40 can't do anything about this Invis Warden.
Cute, or from the human perspective, hella annoying. No mortars for Flare, of course. We have invisibility on the human side in a bit. That could lead to a lot of saves. Interesting that he prioritizes this over Priest Adept upgrade.
This is it. Do or die.
Yeah.
80 supply. Running towards the expansion. LawLiet, I think he repositioned the APs, but of course, they are rather on the slow side.
He did build a shop at the bottom, so that's up. Nature's Blessing also. Little bit of a stressful time repositioning the bears to get in front. It's always the Berserker with them in the mix, and that requires a lot of repair now. Dispel against the Water Elemental. That one's gone. One step closer to level 6 in the Avatar. Roar and the Ents are arriving now on the right-hand side.
Warden in the back. Foul Knight's doing big damage. One bear also falls. Heal Scroll had to be used on 40, and that is the only heal scroll, mind you. Bear goes down, AM4, but this MK is level 3 and he's still far away. But indeed, more bears are falling, but now AP's about to root. LawLiet will hold here, will force the TP out. And the struggles for 40 continue. But he did start tier 3. There's going to be another chance with Castle.
Might be a lifesaver. There were 4 bears and the Berserker at the end of the fight. Good cleanup. We have the Mountain King closing in on 3, and that's where he really gets dangerous. Maybe LawLiet can get some map control now with the shop at the 6 o'clock, steal a heal scroll away while selling the dust.
But now he has time. Now the one can jump into the economy. And this map, there's no lab, there's no Zeppelin. You can't keep your peasants safe. And there she is. AM trying to protect the workforce, but does that work?
That Arcane Tower getting blocked, of course, by the anti-magic potion. One kill after the next. That's the potion, that's the fan, that's level 5.6. Working XP tomes, these little peasants.
Yeah, at this point in the game, it seems like only a matter of time until we will get the ultimate. On tier 2, human cannot at all beat the ultimate, but on tier 3, maybe there's a possibility. With a third hero, with frag shards, with inner fire, with staff maybe, you get a lot of upgrades. But so will LawLiet on the next level up.
Mountain King is a hell of a beast. With double ring and evasion, invo potion as well. Clap level 2. You need to get him in position to make a difference here. Lots of wisp move to the south for the setup. There will be inner fire. There might even be polymorph. So getting more dispel here is pretty good. Blood Mage 3rd. I like that.
MG's also coming for LawLiet. They're going to be a big help. They have hardened skin already. Don't have resistant skin though, so slow is going to be lasting a long time on them. We have 3 Sorks in the mix. 40 pushing again.
3 times
but the
the
low
charm.
number is still a problem. He doesn't have any of the big upgrades.
Exactly. Would love to see backpack for the Mountain Giants down the road if this game continues to last a bit. Warden blinking in, can get the damage, can't get the kills. Is that different for 40? He transitioned into Blizzard. That's a lot of damage and you need that AoE healing.
Wisp draining a decent amount on the MK on the casters, but LawLiet not committing all the wisps, saving some of the bears as well, and again a TP out.
Wow.
Fortitude over and over, feeling the need to evacuate. LawLiet holds once more.
And also these pushes don't last for too long. Very snapshotty. And you can't really play the Brilliance Aura advantage there or the Priest advantage when this defense or when this push is just so short. I struggle to see Fortitude taking this, but maybe with Inner Fire. That's finishing soon.
We have a Panda second now. Super late into the game. There's still a bit of creeping left. Might be enough for level 3 if the Panda can also go north after the first creep camp. LawLiet only now with upgrades, by the way. He was... Oh, no, wait. He had one already. Alright, so he had 1-0, now 1-1 coming. And also... Mark of the Claw. Some meaningful upgrades coming for LawLiet.
And Fairy Dragons on the horizon. So much AoE damage for the casters, especially if the autocast is not turned off. Hoping for the best for Fortitude. 5.7. Ooh, Warden jumps into the main. Needs to stall more time. Mountain King clapping away. 4 targets. 1, 2, 3, 4. All down.
Panda now level 2. Crept that southern camp. Got the Ring of the Archmage, which is always a really good item.
Didn't decide for a spell yet. Kind of tough. There we go. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. This army now supplied by more mana. Double AoE, but also 2 heal scrolls.
Fairy Dragons now slowly coming. Clarities, nighttime. We have a few Dryads in the mix as well.
Oh, love the gyro.
Wait, is there... How many mortars does he have? 0?
0.
0 mortar teams.
0 mortar teams.
Okay. That makes this army a lot less dangerous, I would say.
No frag shards. Yeah, this also makes it so that he can't attack from afar and lure LawLiet out of that safe spot here. Nice Stormbolt Siphon combo. Of course, you would love to have that against the Warden. Fairy Dragon deployed. That's so hard to deal with. Inner Fire. Not all of that is dispelled here as the Wisp will wreck, but there's a big one. 5.7 on the Warden.
She was staffed out, healing up now in the main base, but a great position for Fortitude. With the Clap and Blizzard, it's so much damage raining down on these bears. One goes down and there goes the second. MGs, though, a bit harder to whittle down, but that's what the Knights are for. And they have stolen some roar, some good damage as well. This game is far from over.
Love that execution by Fortitude. He does so many things so well. Pulling away out of range of the Fairy Dragon, which is now attacked by the Gyro. Love the Gyro at first for the vision and the detection. Now I love it for the damage. Warden inching away. Gets siphoned again. Getting nuked here. Level 4. Mountain Giant marching forward a bit. No meaningful progress on the Panda thus far, but the Fairies can connect now, and that's the damage. Warden, uh-oh, staffed out again. Can't get any experience anymore. Blizzard raining through. The Gyros reign supreme over the Fairies, and Mountain Giant falls as well. 64 food only and falling. LawLiet needs this avatar now.
Panda goes to 3, Warden close to 6, big level ups around the horizon. There's the level 3, but no mana thanks to the Siphon. Oh, Blood Mage, far forward, maybe too far. Warden blinks in, found nice, gets one more kill. Almost there.
So close, so close. A hero kill would of course be gigantic. Archmage, what are you doing there, old man? Getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. Breaker's about to fall. If that's level 6 right away, that's the avatar. Can reach, gets level 6. Oh my god. This is now almost unwinnable for Fortitude, dropping so much supply at the end of that fight there. And LawLiet just has to play the Warden advantage.
Race for the scrolls. AM is there first with Invis. Got both of the heal scrolls and the invuln. That's huge. 40 fought so well. He played the last couple of minutes super well. Very cost efficient in that choke. That was the perfect position indeed. And he got a big bank. But now he's fighting against Ultimate. Now he's fighting against the Panda 3. And this game is delivering. Still very much up in the air.
One hell of a fight between them two. This is the best of 5. Of course, whoever wins is not through, but has match points and can afford a loss on map 4. Couple of spirits poking, probing, canceling some regen. That is important, but not that meaningful because, of course, there's Brilliance Aura as well. Full mana Mountain King, full mana Archmage. And you know how much I love Blizzard, man. 10,000 damage already.
But they also, for the air battles, the level up is going to be very important. The one on the Panda. The Gyros earlier looked really good against the Fairies, but now with the Panda on level 3, it might be a bit more difficult. The Panda timing by LawLiet almost seemed a bit weird, but now it's really, really paying off. It's really coming into effect. The Warden got level 6. There wasn't enough time for that. The Panda got level 3. There wasn't enough time for that. And now these heroes are a big threat.
Very good point with the Gyros, man. Ooh, what a game. How can you not be super nervous now? We get Animal War Train. Frag Shards have finished. So to add to the AoE of Clap and Blizzard, now comes the Frag Shards. Mountain Giants, not as impactful as they once were. Even though these are late. More levels. 4.8 MK.
And level 3 Clap plus Blizzard is so much damage. And control, of course. Not to be forgotten. The slow from the Clap also super good, especially against the bears. But we don't have... Oh, I was about to say not that many bears, but actually we have plenty still left over. 5 bears still, part of the army. Somehow LawLiet still has a Shadow Priest. I guess that one should ideally be denied.
The main bases are empty. We're at the 24-minute mark. Usually on Echo Owls, this would be a long stalemate, but now not that much because this is Echo Owls 2.2. There is a gold mine in the north that can be claimed and maybe used for Tree of Eternity. Wouldn't really advise that because of positioning, because then the Warden doesn't staff next to the Moonwells will take a lot longer, but maybe just plant another Tree of Life if you have the resources.
There we go. This camp was enough. MK now level 5. Super, super strong. And 40 has almost the perfect hero levels. Only thing he's missing now is level 3 Blood Mage. For the level 2 Siphon, that would also be a big level up. But needs a bit more still for that.
Chat is informing us that there's still Resistance skin missing on the Mountain Giants. Bit of a mistake.
Yeah. I guess it's something they can easily forget about. Would be a very valuable upgrade. Fortitude! He's going for it. He's going for broke. He's not expanding again. He's not waiting to take this game too long. Well, I guess it's lost for quite some time already. But he's going into high upkeep, 90 supply. This is gonna be it.
Will LawLiet scout this? There's no chimeras or anything. No transition there. It's just more of the same. We fight at the shop. Massive clap to open things up. That Blizzard is probably denying the retreat here. Once again, probing. Hippo's in the mix. Panda needs to connect, but the crowd control is pretty nice. With constant clap and slow. When will we see the breath? Not really impactful against the gyros. And that is a botch start to the fight for LawLiet. He realizes this. Taps out of that fight. And Fortitude moving further and further away.
Yeah, not a good start for LawLiet at all, and also it's still daytime for a long while here. The Panda was going forward, trying to get off the Breath of Fire, got Stormbolted. Very nice timing on the Stormbolt there. And then used the Breath against the casters and rifles. Shouldn't he be using that against the gyros? I feel like normally he should. And then the fairies can really add their value later. But Fortitude now seems to have the stronger armies, seems to maybe have the stronger heroes. And this Warden Ultimate is not winning this game by itself.
Not yet, at least. Fortitude is, of course, constantly in upkeep, losing so much income. This has to work now. Otherwise, you see, LawLiet, 800 gold. He was banking for a long time. Is he breaking upkeep now? If these gyros are getting caught by a Panda, that's a problem. 40 on high upkeep, maybe aiming for another base. Nice Stormbolt dodge, blinks up front, but right into the middle of the Siphon, countered. And these fairies, oh my god, he sees the gyros are not in position. If they are, that's an invite to the Panda. As botched the first fight was, this looks a lot better. Panda, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. It's the combo, but not getting any kills, really.
Heal scrolls, though, burned, or at least some of them. Oh, the Blizzard and Clap doing huge damage against the bears again. Warden is in the back. Everything is hurt for LawLiet. Everything.
Oh, and there's no heal scrolls, of course. Mass murder. Colpita. These bears are just wiped off the center of the earth. This is 15,000 damage and 35 supply wiped out. The resilience. He portaled to the north, though, denying the expansion. What a game.
Forty just playing these fights really well, perhaps better than LawLiet. Now we see a huge supply lead on the side of the human. Maybe too many bears. Maybe that was the problem for LawLiet. Maybe they didn't have enough MGs and Dryads and maybe fairies. Ooh. The bear count seemed to be definitely too high there.
Yeah.
The MK so strong.
And I also worry about the Panda bear count because that might just as well be 0 soon. We have more Stormbolt hammering away. Night damage is insane. Here we go. And more Dryads falling. What is left for LawLiet except that Warden and the Avatar? Really not much. The Mountain Giant hammered away once again. Knights remain so strong with the Sundering Blades upgrade against the medium armor. And what now? What now? We're almost mining out the expansion as well. 40 has no gold income anymore.
Yeah. 40 had a great game. And he is still ahead, I guess. But everything he loses here might be dead forever.
And that is a problem against units that you can't kill. One Warden to rule them all.
And by the way, the Phantom Knives doesn't go through Banish because it's some weird kind of magic. It's a composite something. So you can't kill through that.
Ooh, nice. There's no... Well, the Breath of Fire would, but the Panda's not coming back just yet. Maybe he doesn't have the resources. Ooh, game on a knife's edge here. Supply gap narrowing.
He's not remaking the Panda. He's making more Dryads instead. That seems pretty weird. But I guess all trust is put in the Warden. 1,000
gold left. Of course, Fortitude spent a lot of time in upkeep. Oh, that was close, fan. Archmage Info Potion dodge. What a sick save by 40. But yeah, with that Warden, man, you gotta be on high alert at all times.
And now it's nighttime. Now we have a lot of regen for LawLiet kicking in again. And he's making only magic immune units. I think that's the right call. This MK is too strong. Can't go bears. MGs don't help that much. You have to be Dryads and picking off targets one by one. Dude, if this expansion had lasted 2 more minutes for 40, he certainly wins this game.
Yeah.
But early expansion nature, you know, it runs out and then maybe you're in trouble. LawLiet. Down in supply, but could still win this.
Speaking of trouble, all the counter to Dryads are hard countered by the heroes. Whether it's rifles or mortars, you jump into them, AoE spells, and they're gone because 40 can't afford any heal scrolls anymore. Except if he sells items. He has 3 rings, he has a talisman, he can sell items. Was about to make the point before that 40 lost so much gold to upkeep. The resource management by LawLiet might be just a bit better.
Ooh, very tense game. Very much a nail biter here. Warden is stalking around. She's looking for targets. What can she find?
The FFA experience for LawLiet might win him the game now. Is he forced into a fight? 25 seconds till Panda. Knight's of course super fast. That's level 6.
But this might be one of the few games where the ultimate isn't very useful. He hasn't skilled it yet.
Yeah, Brilliance Aura 3 would be fantastic. Dryads buying time, getting killed slowly but steady, but so is the long distance mining in the north for LawLiet, who got another heal scroll against the clap.
There's also plenty of corpses.
Yeah. Panda back.
MK, Invis.
Oh, gotta be careful here. That's the Stormbolt, counter surround by Dryads. There's more Mountain King, there's more Stormbolt, more clap, but the Warden should be here in a second to use... Oh, the staff is actually on the Panda. Stormbolt again. Warden is in. Every kill now will not come back. What about the Panda, though? What about the Panda? Staff out!
Staff was passed. The Panda is over there on the left-hand side. The tree is walking back to the Moonwells, or trying to do so, I believe. Crazy game still. But the spirits.
They're unbeatable. You cannot get rid of them. And that is mass teleport now to reset the fight. But what now? LawLiet has no gold anymore. Could sell the claws. Fortitude still has item to be working with. Mountain King close to 6. Yep.
Bloodmage gonna get level 4.
What a beautiful, beautiful matchup this is. Warden damage. Invul Potion. He wants to commit quite a bit with these magic immune units, but that's level 6 and 4 for 40.
Staff out, saves the rifle. Fortitude always seems to be trading better still. Where's the ultimate? Where's the avatar? There it is. Now I see it.
Here we go. Breath of Fire on the Knight. Super sturdy, of course, but hard to control against Dryads. Always adding the slow poison. Also Drunken Haze, not to be underestimated when it comes to crowd control. Panda walking out of the siphon. Huge range, of course. Staff must be ready to save this Panda. Must be ready, and it is. Lots of damage on the Knights. No! That Panda was so close.
The Warden was blinking in with a fan, but a split second too late. Oh my lord.
This tree walked across the entirety of Echo Isles to set up the base in the north again. Still no rings being sold. The talisman was... Every single move could decide this game now.
And now nighttime is over. Daytime, and daytime for a long time, by the way.
Are the knights... Is the knight and the rifle stuck there? Oh, saved from the spirits, right? I guess so. Mining is established in like 30 seconds again. Fortitude has to make the move, selling more items. Back to 280. He could get a heal scroll for it. Goes for regen scrolls at the moment. Can he staff on something invisible that LawLiet can't see? Or portal, I mean?
Dude, I don't know. This is amazing to see. Super entertaining. Both players making use of everything, absolutely everything.
Stormbolt, the blink doesn't work. Siphon gets rid of a lot of mana. As you mentioned, Moonwells are not regenerating at the moment. LawLiet trying to pull Fortitude apart, trying to buy more time. Income established again, finally. This gold mine at the 12 o'clock. What a glorious addition to a glorious map. Shout out to the map makers.
Agents of Lore now in position. They will help out defensively. LawLiet has a good amount of gold again. What's he going to spend it on? Oh, wait, Mass TP.
That's what I was hoping for. LawLiet must be in position. This tree is fragile against knights. No mortars here. The wisps are coming in. Mining has been denied. And the heroes to salvage this. Panda's close to 5. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Staff out, but of course immediately to the left-hand side. Panda needs to run. Oh boy, another fan. Gets another kill. But very little... Oh, Panda! Panda, what do you do? You just die, I guess. That hammer falls and the warden is alone again.
Panda, so much mana. The Blood Mage really coming into effect, but I think all the priests are dead now. Dryads and the ultimate, the only thing still left defending the warden, has basically no mana anymore.
The shop has to root to be usable. The Tree of Life, he's holding on to dear life. Mass Telly, warden,
oh my god.
Can he reach? He can't. Avatar used as well.
And now LawLiet has to sell items to get the Panda back, I guess.
The claw can be sold. Wisp evacuated. But the Mountain King can just clap away. Solid splits. But not enough. How much of a... Oh, we have one more priest.
Okay. All the items being sold.
Yeah.
This game.
Even the
close
staff.
as it gets.
Avatar should be off soon.
Tome of Retraining. He's trying to go on a hero hunt now.
Shadow Strike. Banish doesn't work against Shadow Strike, or just partially. I think the tick damage is negated, but not the initial physical damage. The initial magic damage. Oh, Dryads for free. There's no staff on anything but the Archmage. Siphon, Invul. Oh, what now? Can this Archmage live? The spell! Shadow Strike! Archmage about to fall! Staff transferred! But he's stuck there! He's stuck there! Shadow Strike is ready in a bit!
No way!
Oh my god! Archmage falls! With that, the aura is gone too!
Can he sell enough items to rebuild the Archmage?
The two rings.
He doesn't need the Invuln.
The 2 rings, the Invuls. Sells it now. But this is a long time. What did LawLiet work on? He has 200 gold still. He invested into something. He's at 8 supply, by the way. That is ridiculous.
Dude, how brilliant of LawLiet to realize he doesn't need the Panda. He needs Shadow Strike. What a strike of genius.
Archmage coming back from the altar. How can LawLiet defeat 47 food? He has the one hero that maybe can.
But if he blinks in, he gets Stormbolted. He knows that. That one priest. Dude, how important that one priest is. Priest, though, out of position. What's he doing?
Oh, careful. Stormbolt a little bit too late. I love that Fortitude is working on these Moonwells. That is, of course, free mana for that Warden. And that's the last... Oh, the last Clarity got cancelled by a rifle. Medal of Honor for the dwarf. He can't deal with these knights. He can't deal with the army. What do you do?
Siphon.
This is the last bit of mana. He's working on the altar. He pulls the trees to kill the altar.
Absolutely insane game.
This might work.
Yeah, I think it is gonna work.
Oh my god. But even without the Archmage, we have Blood Mage Mountain King. Altar down. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Forty has a ton of buildings that LawLiet has to chew through. LawLiet has way fewer, but maybe can hide some lures in the trees.
As I said, FFA experience. My god, thankfully I casted a lot of FFA in the past couple of weeks and months. Okay, you can hide buildings. LawLiet has one more whiz, but no gold. That's the issue. Like, he can't rebuild anything if he's not selling the claw and orb, maybe. One tree gets found. Ooh, is he sacrificing all buildings? Those are the last buildings. Are they not? Oh no, in the main there's some. Yeah, this is just a decoy of buying some time. Cosmodan, actually. Okay. We have a staff on the Mountain King. This Blood Mage should be safe.
That one priest. That one priest was so important to heal things up again. LawLiet fighting like a lion.
That's it. Is it not? It is. Wow. Fortitude. Can there be a better name for a player after a map like this? I don't think so. 2-1. An unbelievable game. And not even LawLiet's Warden can threaten 40 on Echo Isles. Match points for the last remaining human.
Super sick game. Super duper entertaining. That was amazing. LawLiet, I think in the first couple of fights when the opponent wasn't quite fully ready with 90 supply and all that, I think it didn't take those fights very well, though, to be honest. I think it was too many bears against the clap, and he never used the panda really to take out the gyros. That's sometimes the issue for the human in the very late game. The gyros get grilled by the panda, and then the Knight of Air is superior. I think LawLiet was a bit too eager to jump into the bag, go for the casters all the time, and didn't respect the gyros enough. But, I mean, what a crazy game. Could have gone either way. Many amazing plays, and hopefully we continue just like that on the following maps.
Match points Fortitude. We could have a perfectly distributed winner bracket semifinal if he takes just one more map. The glory of Warcraft 3, everybody. Just here at Back to Warcraft. Thank you, Budcrumbs, for the gifted subs. Warcraft 3, bam, boom. There was a lot of bam and boom on this map, that's for sure. If you want more of this, leave us a follow. Stay up to date. Stay in touch with the Warcraft 3 community. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Our Instagram is for some reason suspended today, so you can't follow there, but maybe go to TikTok and join our Discord. Because, man, what the pro scene we have currently. Just banger after banger after banger of a match.
And seems like the players, despite this crazy game, didn't even need a break and were ready for map 4. It is Last Refuge. It is LawLiet's pick again. And here, the hero choice is very unclear, I would say. Keeper pretty good. Demon pretty good. Even a neutral hero. But LawLiet is not going for the Beastmaster. No neutral hero. It will be from the altar.
I was about to say we can rule that one out. DH, Keeper. We're down to the 2, I guess. With the Warden, you would start creeping at the shop, which is also not the case. Morgoth, thank you for the 34-month resub.
It is going to be Demon Hunter against Archmage. On this map, the human can fast expand pretty well. And unless the Demon Hunter is extremely sharp, normally has some difficulty applying tons of pressure to the human. Of course, nowadays with Immolation, it's a bit easier. Immolation is not quite as strong as it used to be, thank goodness. The early game here could be quite decisive already. Or is Fortitude just gonna tech instead? But I would expect an expansion.
Okay, we'll see about that. The people are demanding a prediction, Remo. They shall have it. They shall have it. Okay, Footman pull at the mercenary camp. Apple Skillburn, thank you for the 69-month resub. Whoop whoop. Nice. Demon Hunter it is. Ring for more armor. Buttcrumbs, thank you for gift sub number 814. And it is so far the standard opening. Not the instant harass. LawLiet's win a bracket on the line here. He doesn't want to take unnecessary risks. Fortitude knows that he played the late game a bit better. He can rely on that late game again.
I think this is a nice start for 40. Item was very unlucky. That one is not going to be much help, but it's big experience in the Merc camp being taken out early. LawLiet could maybe try to sneak steal the Shadow not the Shadow Priest, the Berserker. That would be huge. 40 will have to pay attention to that as well.
Okay. By the way, just as an information, the last remaining map is Amazonia, which is usually the Night Elf map. So Fortitude almost has to win this here. Getting ensnared, and that's a Footman kill.
But Crumbs with another 2 gifted subs. Thank you to the Jabba gang. Demon Hunter, good experience. And Replenishment Potion is also really nice. 40, when are you gonna throw out that expansion? Wait, he's not doing it. He's sending out the militia to the green camp, getting level 3, trying to be aggressive again with a tech, just like on Concealed Hill.
And LawLiet decides to go not for mana burn, but the Immolation build. Now going for the mercenary camp, and it feels like Fortitude is reading LawLiet. If he starts this camp, yeah, that camp is started. Oh, that's Concealed Hill all over again.
Needs to get level 3 and then TP home. Take out the Rock Golem as quickly as you can.
Oh my god.
Oh, but it's valuable seconds.
LawLiet walking the high wire here. That Moonwell will probably not finish. What's the item? Vamp Aura. Kind of nice-ish for the Demon Hunter and Bears, but not the immediately help that he was hoping for.
The Hunter Soul is cancelled. The first Archer died already. The Shadow Priest also going to be going down. At least got off the Dispel. But there's plenty more Watch Elementals. Demon though has level 2 Immolation. If you can stand next to lots of footies, that is good damage. But he's having a tough time connecting here.
True that. Good movement by Fortitude throughout this entire series. The Berserker was supposed to be a good help, but he's standing super close to 3 footmen. The worst position you could probably be at has to be moved away now. And that is a kill. Not the greatest execution by LawLiet. And in the playoffs round of 8, you need exactly that. This is game 4, moving clearly into Fortitude's position.
I'm not even sure that was a cancel right there. The Hunter Soul going down again and again and again. So many Watch Elementals. There's another one. It's only 2 Archers left defending with a Demon. This looks desperate for LawLiet.
Unbelievable how Fortitude flips the script, how much damage and pressure he can do with an Archmage and a handful of footmen. It's always been the most important part of an early human game, and then you can cruise into tier 3 or 2, whatever. Fortitude is playing just exceptionally well.
Takes another Archer as well. Seems like LawLiet's concentration may be slipping a bit. The Demon now has to creep the Merc camp while he's busy in the main defending, because otherwise the creeps are going to kill his Ancient of War. Everything is going down the drain and doing so quickly.
Yeah, this is a big problem. Deny on the Water Elemental, even in a fortunate position like this. Don't let this slip. Demon Hunter even has some issues with the last remaining camp. We see Blood Mage, we see Rifles, we see Casters.
LawLiet's gonna get level 4 Demon at least. But Blood Mage against Immolation Demon Hunter is so good. Demon always has to run to the front, activate Immolation, stand there and deliver, and the Blood Mage will be sucking away all that mana. How the hell can LawLiet ever do this?
He needs a miracle. He proved us time and time again what a great player he is. But this series is not in his favor. Just like the human series versus Sock, it is statistically a Night Elf matchup. But whenever LawLiet is playing against Sock or Fortitude, it doesn't look like it. Blood Mage is out, Rifles are out, and Moon Juice is so rare.
LawLiet is going heavy on archers. Well, I guess not that heavy, but 5 of them is a decent number.
I mean, he has no option, right?
Yeah, mercenaries at most. But he also, I think, knows a push is coming. He's going for Nature's Blessing now. But this one's going to be tough to hold. 15 supply down. With Human being stronger on tier 2 just normally.
And that Ancient of War can't even really help in the defense because he's still that hurt. Alone in Heaven, thank you for being an awesome mod and thank you for the sub. I lost myself in a similar song. I closed my eyes and I slipped away. And this game might very well be slipping away for LawLiet.
Demon Hunter already out of mana. 2 of his skill points now useless. It's only archers and the demon. Towers will be coming up. And what the hell do you do to break this?
Pray. That's the only thing he can do. And outmaneuver Fortitude. But Fortitude is playing some of the best human games that we've seen in recent history. Especially in this tournament. Mass detonates. Wisps are helping as they did in the campaign at the end. But is that enough?
Double APs coming in the back. LawLiet had a heal potion as well. He might be able to hold here. The APs will be a big addition. Demon always hurt though. But he's almost level 5. And bro, if he gets level 6, who knows?
Who knows indeed. Shades of Creo. The tower has been cancelled. Nighttime is only at a third though, and we have mortar teams coming with the proxy workshop for 40. The Berserker, again, massive XP boost. It's all down to the Demon Hunter. Can he get some kills? The Vamp Aura, by the way, exceptional now.
Yes. So much healing over time. AP's rooting, but LawLiet also needs to have Wisps in position to heal, to repair.
He donated so many away to the initial detonate.
He holds for now though. And the workshop is in range of the APs. Is he gonna get out of one mortar team? Just one mortar team would be such a big help.
Exactly. Unlike the Warden, the Demon Hunter can't jump. The shop is also up. Sells the Vamp Aura.
The Scourge Bone Shams. Yeah, is he trying to go for a second hero? What's all this gold for?
Must be. But it's not. It's Wisps and Archers. Only Wisps and Archers.
400 gold.
Must
400 gold, LawLiet not spending it.
He's at the tavern. He was at the tavern.
What's the hero?
No, he's not. 500
Panda
gold.
good.
No, he
Naga
spent
good.
it. He spent it on Archers. Archers and Potion. Oh, now he is. Naga. Of course, against the Blood Mage. Makes sense. But that Mortar. What a lifesaver this could be.
Naga coming from behind.
Yeah.
Going for the target fire. Demon Hunter is hurt. Demon Hunter has a potion. More Wisp for more detonate.
Naga's in a weird position. Here comes more detonate indeed against the Water Elementals. Needs the potion ASAP. What about the Naga though? The Naga! Just dead! Not the greatest impact. Can revive her in a better position, of course. That's level 5 on the Demon Hunter. LawLiet fighting tooth and nails. But he's still facing elimination from the winner bracket.
AP's uprooting to take less damage from the mortar teams. LawLiet's doing everything he can. We have about 3 more minutes of daytime. Then it's nighttime. That will help.
I love that farm by 40 to make sure there's no cheeky proxy expansion. We know that LawLiet can't afford this, but Fortitude is making double sure.
Water Elementals give more experience, by the way. Level 6 Demon instantly forces this push to end.
Yeah.
But he's far, far away, of course.
Oh, these archers also all hurt. We love a regen scroll, a heal scroll, anything, but chop control is on 40's side. Of course, Archmage leaves a little hole there right next to the workshop to be able to reposition. That is grand. Imagine a flame strike into these archers now, but he can't get it just yet.
Oh my God.
More experience.
Oh my God.
More experience.
First AP might be about to go down.
But they did the job. 400 gold again for LawLiet. More archers. Clarity on the Demon Hunter. What a game again.
LawLiet needs heal scrolls so badly, but of course 40 isn't allowing him to get there. Instead, he is going to be the one buying them. He's got the gold.
These two in this matchup in the past 8 years. It's gorgeous. LawLiet at WCA, Fortitude at GCS. The creeps are getting involved, oh my. The workshop is dealt with.
Didn't go Flame Strike, by the way.
Interesting.
Was that a mistake?
Wants to control the Demon Hunter.
Archers, that's so good, though.
Wants to control the Demon Hunter. Siphon also works against Metamorphosis, so that helps.
What's the item? Ankh. Not the best, but maybe useful.
Can he reach 6? It's such a long way. Going for the Blood Mage with a little bit of control. Archer's moving forward, but also hurt. Another potion has to be invested. The Ankh, of course, perfect for exactly this position. Burns away, not even triggering this item here. One more shot is the item gone. But oh boy, these mortar teams and their AoE.
I feel that Ankh was a bit wasted, though. Feels like he could have held on to that for way longer. But well, at least the Blood Mage did survive. Ooh. AP's now far forward. Look to be a bit too far forward.
I agree. Nighttime. Can he finally heal? That's a donation. This AP. And so will the archers. Closing in on level 5. Heal scroll is available. It's not getting any better when the Naga falls. Fortitude has to have this 63 food. It's too much. LawLiet's face again says it all. What's left? What can I do? The human army is better than my army.
Demon Hunter is the only hope left, but he's always getting slowed. He's always getting controlled. And, of course, siphoned. The priest in the back, healing over and over. That's a luxury the Night Elf never has. Has to rely on the Moonwells only. So many archers. But they can die so quick.
Oh boy, oh boy. We started this winner bracket with 4 Night Elves and only 1 remains. Must be. It must be. That's the last sip of Moon Juice for the time being. Naga is back. One of the very, very few units that has some HP to her chest.
And now we also got Invis saving the Blood Mage. More level ups for 40. This must be it. This must be the end.
Level 5 indeed. Brilliance Aura can be so good. This Demon Hunter is gone and Fortitude does it again. Mimicking the Foggy Boxing champ. Big smile once more against Night Elf, man. He is such a weapon. 3-1. A perfectly even distributed winner bracket semi-final. And LawLiet up against Colorful in the lower bracket.